Hi there, back with another video review, and here we have the 1/18 scale Ferrari 456 GT made by Bburago. So this is well, the first time in a long time that I have been reviewing a 1/18 scale model. So finally we have one. I borrowed this from my dad, and it's kind of an old model. I mean, obviously there are a couple of paint chips and minor scratches, and well, another fact is that this is produced or was produced in Italy, so that makes this an I think a 90s era production car. And yeah, without wasting any more time, let's just start the review from the side. So in terms of the side profile, as I've mentioned earlier, this is an older Bburago model. I think at that time and even until today, the design by Bburago has been or was really good. I mean, as you all understand, or some of you might know that Bburago has recaptured the Ferrari license a couple of years ago. I'll probably do a short comparison with a newer release Ferrari model. So in terms of the side profile, not much complaints, although obviously certain parts of the model has turned loose apart from the scratches here. So the door is one of the loose part that we have. So I'm just going to bring it closer. Bearing or just excluding the paint chips as well as the loose door, I think the paintwork is really exceptional. It still looks very very new, I should say, in terms of the coloration on the body, and also with the door panels. The door handle over here, as well as the keyhole. The design on this model is really good. And then you do get the Pininfarina label down there, which is just a sticker. And then moving along to the front. So, well, more paint tips right at the front, but I do want to point out that with the Ferrari badge right at the front grills here, it actually has a 3D effect to it, so it's not just a plain sticker or just embossed onto the body, so which is nice. I mean, the 3D effect is also carried through on the front grills. As you can see, it does go all the way through, as in there are holes to it, so that's very nice. But of course, the one that pulls it down is the Ferrari logo right on the front hood or the bonnet. It's, as you can see, it's just a sticker, and it's not really placed in the center. And well, as you can also tell, there are gaps from the front headlamps with the front hood. And the reason for that is because you can actually open up the front hood, but unfortunately you can't really lift the front headlamps, so that's a bit of a bummer. And well, I'm just going to lift it up a little bit to show you guys the the design on the front hood. So it does have a very nice indentation, and also it does come with a hole, so it's not just a solid metal part for this front hood. So very nice. So let's just focus on the other side of the car. So on this side, I think the doors are cushioned nicely, and you also get the fuel cap over there, nicely marked. So let's move our attention to the back profile. So well, in terms of the Ferrari logo, The thing I like about the older Bburago Ferrari models is that, most times with the Ferrari badge as well as the logo, these actually come with 3D badging, as in it's not just a sticker that's mounted or just sticked onto the back part. As you can see, even with the Ferrari badge over here, it actually sits inside this square hole. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is that Bburago actually did a good job in drilling a square hole over there so that they can actually fit in the Ferrari badge, which also has the 3D effect to it. So really nice effort to see on these older Ferrari models. With compared to the newer Ferrari models, I think apart from the F50, with the other Ferrari models such as the 488 GTB, the 458 Speciale, as well as the California T, the basic race and play versions all come with stickers, or they're just embossed or painted directly onto the body, so you don't get the 3D feel to it. So nice to see on the older Bburago Ferrari models. So in terms of the tail lamps, very nicely designed. As you can see, it does have some cool details to it, and also a plus point is you don't really get to see the pegs. So the exhaust is well, it does have a very shiny chrome finish. Anyway, let's move on to the wheels. So the wheels do spin, and as I mentioned earlier, this is quite an old model, so obviously some parts of the rims, especially the chrome finish, has already faded off. But the thing I like about the older Bburago Ferrari models is that with the tires, as you can see, it does have the Pirelli badging or the labeling, as well as the tire pressures or the measurements. Which you don't really get in modern Bburago or even Maestro models now. Well, this could be due to having to get permission from the Pirelli manufacturers themselves. So probably that's the reason why they can't really, for the newer Bburago models, they can't really put any other the tire manufacturer's name on the wheels. But really nice to see on the older Bburago model. And also, before I forget, obviously there are no brake discs or calipers inside, which is a bit disappointing. And then coming along to the front wheels, so it's also the same thing, but you can turn it left and right. And now let's focus on the opening features. So I'm going to start off with the front hood. So with the front hood, you can actually lift it up like so. And a cool thing is that it does have this plastic bar that sits right up there to basically hold on to the front hood so that it doesn't fall off or fall down. And let's just see how the engine bay looks like. So yes, really nice detail. And as I've mentioned time and time again, I think the older generation Ferrari models produced by Bburago are really of exceptional quality. And obviously we can also open the doors. And well, I think the steering wheel has already fallen off. Yeah, I think I'll have to do that later on after the video, just to raise it back up to sit right above the on the this metallic part over there. So just look at the dashboard. Nice details with the dials. I mean, obviously it's just a sticker, but cool to see on the air conditioning vents. Does have a very nice 3D effect to it. I didn't realize, just take a look at the carpet, the floor mat. It does have a Ferrari logo on it. I mean, obviously it doesn't come with any velvet carpeting material. And then you get these very rustic looking seats. So let's move on to the other side. So just to show you guys how the interior looks like from the passenger's point of view. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is actually a blue tack. Well, I guess my dad actually put that there to keep it in place. And you can also open the trunk, which, well, I might add, it's actually kind of loose. So I've got to place my fingers in there just to keep it open. And this is how it looks like inside. So nothing much to see there. So as we come to the base, so this is how it looks like underneath. I think credit to Bburago back then, really putting in a lot of effort in this model. And here is the top profile with the doors, driver's side door obviously falling off. Really like the paintwork on this model. And yeah, before I end the video, I just thought of doing a short comparison with a modern Ferrari model produced by Bburago. So what we have here is a Ferrari California T. Well, this in particular is called the Hot Rod, based on the 70th anniversary model. And yeah, obviously it's not a like-for-like comparison because this is a 456 GT, whereas this is a California T, so obviously they're not the same. But I just wanted to share how I think Bburago has evolved over the years, or with having the Ferrari license, which they got recently. Well, the front grills almost similar, whereby it does have the 3D effect on the Ferrari badge, and it does look a lot sharper compared to the 456 one. And also in terms of the Ferrari logo, well, actually it's just a sticker, but I think that they've improved in the sense that it's placed more centered and does look a lot sharper. And yeah, I'll probably just show a side profile. So hopefully the camera is showing it okay. So even though they are both different models, but I think that the shape and the design are actually almost similar. And well, just rounding it off with the back profile. As I've mentioned earlier, with the older Bburago models, the Ferrari badge as well as the labeling, it does come with 3D effect. Whereas the newer one, such as this one right here, the California T, these are all printed or embossed onto the body, so you don't get any 3D texturing. For the basic line, because actually it does come with 3D effect if it's a signature edition. But for the basic line or the basic range or the race and play range, it doesn't have any 3D effect to it, which is a bummer. But overall, with Bburago's latest or newer Ferrari range, in terms of the overall design, I think they've really improved in that aspect and that sense. But again, as I've mentioned, with the older Bburago Ferrari models, I'm really, really satisfied and kind of impressed with how they've really worked on the Ferrari models. Well, you know, with Bburago models, I'm hoping that since they have the Ferrari license, I'm hoping that they'll be able to produce more Ferrari models in the 1/18 scale range. You know, for instance, the 488 Pista and the 40 F8 Tributo. You know, I do understand that there are some collectors who are complaining about Bburago's, you know, slow entry into the Ferrari line with the 1/18 scale models. So yeah, Bburago, come on, keep up. Well, I guess that's all for now. Thanks for watching.